Good afternoon, wrestling fans. Thank you for tuning in to Championship Wrestling Connection as we present classic Southern States wrestling and the best in championship wrestling right here on Championship Wrestling Connection. This week, more of the Rich Cousins, Johnny and Davey. That's right, this week from USA Championship Wrestling. Here they are, opening contest against the RPMs. First, in an interview with Gordon Soley.
We may beat you all the way out to that pool, RPMs. Texas Death Rules, Tuesday night there in Johnson City. Tell them about it, JR.
I just want to say this. You know, the Riches, we got a little tradition. We don't give up no matter what. And we're going to go out there and we're going to fight with all our hearts, boys. And we're going to beat you down till you can't get up again. And that's what it's all about. If you can't get up, then you're the losers, and you're going to be the losers. That night, right there in Johnson City, Tuesday night, this coming Tuesday night, boys, you're going down, and we're going to prove it.
All right, I'd also like to remind you, too, that bring your cameras because the bullet goes up against superstar Bill Dundee, $1,000 against the mask. It may be an opportunity to find out who the bullet really is on film.
The RPM.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring on the Riches.
I'm sure the RPMs were mad about what happened to them the week before where their party was interrupted by the Riches, and we have got action here all over this ring, all over the building.
In and out of the ring, and they said the belts weren't important. All they wanted was a piece of the rock and roll RPMs, and they're getting that piece right now, no question about it. Of course, we'll be seeing these two teams all over the USA area during the coming weeks.
We sure will. In fact, they'll be wrestling tonight in Knoxville. And there's also, I'd like to remind the fans, our TV taping, which is tomorrow night at the Coliseum at 6 o'clock. And Tuesday in Johnson City, Tennessee, a big card there at the Parks and Recreation Center. In Tazewell, Tennessee, Wednesday at the fair. Somerset, Kentucky on Thursday at the National Guard Armory. Loudon, Tennessee, that's Friday night at the Loudoun County High. A big card there in Loudon. In fact, it's Mellow Yellow night Friday night, and there'll be a lot of Mellow Yellow gifts and T-shirts and things like that given away to the fans. And then Chattanooga next Saturday.
All right, the Rich is trying to get a pinfall, and they're trying to end this match in a hurry if they can. And a little bit of quick double teaming here.
Doing a great bit of teamwork. They are a great team, Johnny and Davey. They have really worked at it, at being an oiled unit, and they do a great job together.
And along with Scott Armstrong, of course, they do exemplify everything that Party Boys are all about. I see little Jamie out there at ringside with the RPMs, and he's having his problems with the fans in the stands right now.
And also, you talk about the Party Boys, they will be at Westtown Mall this afternoon in Knoxville from 12 till 3, along with some other wrestlers for a big Mellow Yellow Day at the mall. Just look for the wrestling ring in the mall.
Aha! Davey Rich was on top of that one.
He certainly was. And it looked like if Tommy Lane had been able to propel him in the air with that much momentum, he might have shot him up into our lights here, Gordon.
Yep. Mike Davis moving back in there now against Davey Rich. Johnny Rich is also on the outside.
I don't look for this to be a short match, Gordon. The tempers are flared between these two. I think this will be a long and grueling match. And anybody that's going into the ring expecting a quick win here is liable to come out a quick loser.
Point well taken. Reversal on the Irish whip on Mike Davis. Caught into a high backdrop. Davis caught again, and Davis comes back to his feet and is caught again by Davy Rich. Tag is made. Johnny Crashwich makes the tag. And the RPMs are in trouble again.
Nice atomic knee drop there, and it looks like the Riches wanted a little more than the RPMs do right now.
Well, they're in their corner and huddling right now, devising some sort of new strategy, obviously. And it is Johnny Rich bringing him up a full body slam.
That's one way to break up a strategy session, Gordon. That's probably the best way. Just charge right in there, and he put an abrupt end to the conversation, seemed like.
He did indeed. Now Davis in trouble as he's caught in that corner. The tag is made. And as Davis comes to his feet, double drop kick. And that was before a 4 count.
The Riches are fired up. They really want this win here on television today. It would do a lot for their enthusiasm, which is already at a peak, but it would certainly do a lot for their confidence at this point.
Well, they feel that by various strange reasons, the tag team titles have eluded them. But like you say, if they get a victory here today, that would obviously give them that total confidence. They know they can put their shoulders to the mat.
Yes, certainly would. And they are really keying on these guys. They are staying on top of them, staying in control of the match, and doing what it takes to become winners here. And this is just a prime example of what USA has been offering to fans. This is a tremendous match to have on television. And the match following this one, the Mongolian Stomper against the teenage sensation Todd Morton, should be a great match as well. Now you can see a pin here and the referee arguing with Tommy Lane. And he had him in a pinning combination for at least a count of 10.
Yep, there's certainly no question about that. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a short commercial break here. And should a pinfall or a submission occur while we're away, we'll bring it to you on instant replay. But right now, let's let the stations make a little money, and we'll be back in 2:02. While we were away, it's still been a nip-and-tuck battle all the way. But I would still have to give the Riches the edge so far.
Well, I would too, Gordon. The Riches have been in control. In fact, during that break, oh, gosh. Look, horrible looking spill there over the top rope. Very dangerous spill. And I don't know where he's taking Johnny Rich here. It's like to the back of our... Oh! That's a steel door back there, Gordon.
Smashed him into that steel door way outside the ring area.
Boy, that's got to have hurt Johnny Rich for sure. That is a steel door back there. This may be the RPM's way of gaining control of this match. Johnny's been lacerated.
Well, smashing headlong into that steel door, it's no wonder. And he is in bad shape. But obviously, it's not going to stop him. Davy Rich going along with the advice of Johnny Rich, and Johnny Rich is back in there. But he's just barely hanging on now. Snapmare takes him down to the canvas, and again they start pounding away at that already badly lacerated head. Rich needs to get over and tag up with Davy.
Our fans in the studio here are really picking up the party chant, and I can tell you from experience, Gordon, that helps. It sure helps.
Again, they're double teaming on Rich. And Rich is down and in a lot of trouble. A 2 count. He did not get the 3 count. He did not get the 3 count.
Johnny's hanging in there. He's really tough. The Riches tried themselves in hanging on, and they really do have a lot of tenacity in times of trouble.
Well, they say that when the going gets tough, the tough get going, and
sometimes I think that's meant for the Riches, because these boys, they do They are fighters, and they'll stay in this match here. Johnny, I guarantee you will make this tag one way or another.
All right, smashed into that turnbuckle once again. And Johnny Rich, his face a crimson mask now. And the crowd still shouting and burning. Rich up to one side.
He may come out of it. This could be the spot, Gordon. He may make that tag. He's fighting for it. RPM's able to hold him off. I thought he might make it right there. Nice move on Davy's part. Smart move.
Well,
Johnny's in real trouble.
headbutt that drives Johnny Rich back into the wrong corner. He needs so very desperately to get over and tag up on the other side.
This match has been all we thought it would be. I can imagine what a death match, something like that with these four in which the falls don't count. And the rest period's 30 seconds and the match just continues on and on. I can imagine how bad that's going to be.
Well, I'll tell you what. I do believe that you'd have to see the breath cease in the Riches before they'd give up. Now, they've got him down on the mat once again. And he is in a lot of trouble here. A lot of trouble.
He is, but he's hanging on. He's hanging on. There's an illegal switch. There was not a tag made there. I didn't see any tag being made there.
Nope, I didn't see a tag either. Johnny has got to get over and tag in.
He certainly has. He's been in there a long time, and he's really been hurt during all the course of the time he has been in there for the last 6 or 7 or 8 minutes. And this has been a grueling match. This match could go on another period of our program. I'm hoping that they'll stay with us as long as possible, not take another break.
Well, it is getting wilder and wilder now between, actually you might say between the three, because Davey Rich has not had a chance to tag in. And
Johnny's still on his feet.
yeah, but those eyes are vacant, Brown. He's not really seeing anything. Wait a minute. Something snapped, and he got some vision back momentarily.
There's a tag. There's a tag there.
The referee, Davey Rich in there cleaning clocks now.
See, RPM, what is Gumby giving him here? Oh, he got it himself. That's it. Could be it.
How about it? How about it? The Riches take the measure. The Riches take the measure on the rock and roll RPMs.
We got bedlam here, Gordon.
We have indeed. The crowd going absolutely insane as Johnny and Davey Rich got a pinfall on the rock and roll RPMs, the USA Tag Team Champions. And tell you what, we'll be back to talk to the RPMs in just a moment.
Never seen so much injustice in my life. Look at that sign. They threw powder in his face. Powder!
Yeah.
Is that what they got to do to beat somebody? Boys, you ain't beat a shit. You ain't shut up. Hey, I don't care if those two jacks want to jack up 2 out of 3 falls. I don't care if they want to take the dead back. I want the pretty boys. Tony wants them. Look at us! I have to go with you, father! You cheaters! You low-down scum! And we're not going to put up with it! Not one damn bit!
Well, you'll get your match, I'll
I
guarantee
can't
it.
say, Sully! I can't say that what they did to me! You use powder on this man to win!
I saw powder being transferred from your hands.
No, that wasn't... You didn't see nothing, Gordon Sully! I ain't seen nothing! You're biased, and you're a party boy fan, and we ain't gonna take this crap. Let's get out of here!
Are you looking for classic Southern Wrestling DVDs from the days of promoter Nick Gulas, Southeastern Wrestling, or Continental Wrestling? How about DVDs from Southern States Wrestling featuring the legends of the ring and some of today's top stars? Maybe you were looking for the 3-disc set of Bill Dundee's career and memories, or the 2 published books by Bo James about his life in wrestling. Keep up with the careers and life away from the ring of the award-winning Dynamic Wrestling James duo. All of this and a lot more at kingofkingsport.com. That's kingofkingsport.com.
Fans, if you're loving USA Championship Wrestling, don't forget you can get your DVD copies of USA Championship Wrestling at kingofkingsport.com. Head over there now and purchase your copies of USA Championship Wrestling. More from USA Championship Wrestling right now.
Their opponents, ladies and gentlemen, from the great state of Tennessee, weighing 463 pounds combined weight, Johnny and Davey Rich, the Party Boy. Gordon, I got to say, are really becoming fan favorites fast. The Party Boys are leaving a reputation all across the USA, and especially in the Tennessee, Kentucky, Carolina area, they are really making a name for themselves.
They have indeed, and a well-deserved name, and they are indeed party animals, I'll have to say that. Johnny Rich moving out against intern number one. In the one-fall Australian tag team event. Gets the side headlock. Off the rope. A beautiful shoulder smash coming off. Up and over his man. Nice hip toss. Into a wing over takedown, and the second intern moves in. I'll tell you what, Ron, I don't think the interns want much of the Riches.
Well, I don't believe they're going to after a few more minutes. There's a lot of feeling out going on in the process of the early going of this match, but I believe that Johnny's already made his mark on both of them real early here. And you see, that's a nice way to have someone enter into the ring. You put him right into the ring, took that arm again. Smart thinking on his part, started off with a couple arm drags, and here you can see some of the teamwork that these young boys are becoming famous for.
Davey Rich out there now. And they're squaring off. Davey Rich watching his man now. Rich is the latest of the Riches to come into the sport. Now he faces intern number two. And they very quickly locked up, and it's Davey Rich getting his side headlock. Tag is made. Good thinking here. Good teamwork. And double drop kick.
There was a second double drop kick. I don't know if our cameraman was able to pick that up, but these boys are fired up, and they are a great team.
Now, they've got some chores that they want, and scores they want to settle, some chores ahead of them. Johnny Rich.
I've said before, Gordon, I really believe that Johnny and Davey, they're one of the most deceiving young teams. They do a lot of things to keep their opponents off guard all the time, and they never know where they're coming from. They do a lot of deceptive moves in which they never know whether to look for Johnny or whether to look for Davey, whether the tag's been made or whether it hasn't been made. A lot of double teams when they're least expecting it, and that makes for a great team.
It does indeed, and we're seeing it, no question about it. All right, Johnny Rich keeping the pressure on intern number two. Full arm drag and twist. And he reaches over, makes the tag with Davey Rich, keeps his man reasonably up. Again, you see, Ron was just pointing out the strategy of the Rich combination and the fact that they have really got their teamwork down pat.
Well, that's what the Australian rules wrestling tag is all about, Gordon. It's teamwork, and these two boys really have their act together, so to speak. They really know where they're coming from. They know what each of them is doing, and I think Tommy Rich has had some effect too. I know he trains with them on occasion, and they've really put together a great team, a great combination, and they're after the Rock and Roll RPMs and the USA Tag Championship.
Cut down as he tried to come out of that corner. It's intern number 1. Reverses on him very nicely. Comes up on that second ring rope. Has the intern in a lot of trouble.
Nice monkey flip out of the turnbuckle there, and Davey was up real high. He had his balance real good. Was able to put those feet right into the upper part of the hips and really sent that boy in the air. I'd like to take a second here, Gordon, to say hello to my friends at Delmar Haynes and also to the Roddy Coca-Cola Bottling Company and to the Quality Inn downtown Knoxville where you... Oh, my goodness, what a nice move that was. That's a heads-up move by Davey there. He really was keeping an eye out.
I'll tell you what, they have raised pandemonium in this match. And the intern wanting timeout. No, sir. There are no timeouts in wrestling. He's going to have to get back in there and in action right away. The count is on. 4, 5, and so intern number 2 moves back into the ring. And once again squares up, gets the duck under go behind. And Rich turned that around very nicely, makes the tag. And Johnny Rich moves in.
Dropped that elbow. They seem to be working on the arm. That's what they've kind of taken the control of the match with the arm, and they've gone for it several different occasions. Now they seem to be really keying on those arms, keep the pressure on those arms, and that's a strong tactic on their part. I don't know if you can see one of the interns here is falling over the top rope trying to make an illegal tag there. Also, Gordon, I might mention they might get their pencil and paper ready with a lot of response last week when they announced the wrestling school, the official USA School of Wrestling. And later on in this program, they're going to see that address again. If they'd like to have the opportunity to send in, then I think they're going to be sending applications out. And we'll be finding out if there's any wrestling talent in the USA.
I'll tell you what, I've got to believe there's a lot of them out there. A lot of young fellows who would like to get into the sport of professional wrestling, and so we certainly invite you a little bit later on as we show you that address to write in and make your proper inquiry. Vertical.
What a nice, unusual move that was. I've never seen that one, Gordon. He set him up. Johnny came off there with that famous flying Rich body block and took that really as another deceptive move. Surprising move.
Let's take a look at it in instant replay, Ron, and
as you can see, Davey set his opponent up in the far corner. Johnny's already up on the second turnbuckle. I don't think the guy saw him. Johnny came off as a combination forearm and body block, and he's right on top of him, hooked those legs underneath his thighs. He's got himself a win.
Fans, thank you so much for tuning in to Championship Wrestling Connection as we present USA Championship Wrestling. Check out this fantastic DVD collection, highlights of this DVD collection that you can purchase right now at kingofkingsport.com. Click over to the online site at kingofkingsport.com and purchase this great USA Championship Wrestling content right now.
Hey now! Yeah, I know you can hear me back there, you little slimy punk. Let me tell you something. That glove, before this is over with, is going to be on your head because I'm going to get my hands on it and I'm going to do this to you, you slimy little worm.
You walk up here with that and you want to wrestle me, you're lucky that you're not in a body cast because that's what's going to happen to you. Oh, wait. To me.
You don't tell me. I'm telling the guy, please don't ring the bell. I'm saying no. See, look at my lips. I'm saying, no, don't ring the bell. Don't ring the bell because I'm going to let him give him some slack. And look at the snake in the grass right here. I turn around. He gets a, okay. He gets...
Of Tennessee and Terry Gordy.
Looks like
outside the ring.
Looks like he's going to step out, and must be some sportsmanship here again. He's going to help him up. I can't believe that he probably shouldn't be. I think he ought to leave Gordy to get into the ring on his own. Oh,
Bad
gosh.
mistake.
The cage locked, and I want to tell that bullet something, and I want you to all get ready to listen and understand something, because as things are going down here in these cage matches like nobody ain't never seen before in your life. And big boy, you got something I want. Come here. Now what are you doing? Come on, get him out.
Oh, man. That's absolutely disgusting. No.
Condition, Gordon, but he is really bad.
That indeed is sad news. The Oklahoma Stampede by Wildcat Wendell Cooley. Got the pinfall. Oh, brother.
What is this? What is Landell doing in here?
Landell just charged the ring. Caught Wildcat Wendell Cooley from behind. And again unloads with that. What
What's
is
he
that?
got here, Gordon? He's got some scissors there.
Oh, man.
What is he going? Oh my boy, this is gonna make Cooley mad. He's messing up here. He is messing up here.
Hey, I didn't come here to fight now. Hey, we can do it
Oh, come on now, fellas. Wait a minute.
We're gonna match later on today, brother. We ain't. Just hang on.
Just wait. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, come on. Oh, this is deplorable. Well, there you can see it. The Rock and Roll RPMs and Bill Superstar Dundee teaming up on Tommy Wildfire Rich. And that's got the... Oh, my God. Oh, come on. The one that he's had injured in the...
Ran into the referee there, and it looks like Landell has ended up with Cooley's boot. He sure has, Gordon. He's ended up with his boot, and the referee, I know, did not see that happen.
Buddy Landell. We've got to get some order restored. Hey, we'll be back. We'll be back in just a minute. This is terrible.
Like during that break, oh, gosh. Look, horrible looking spill there over the top rope. Very dangerous spill. And I don't know where he's taking Johnny Rich here. It's like to the back of our... Oh! That's a steel door back there, Gordon.
Nice to meet
Yes. Oh, gosh. I wish the referee had stopped this.
Yeah, I have to agree
He
with you.
should stop this at this point and just award Todd Morton the match. The Stomper has really taken advantage of him here, and I'm sure this is what Ron Wright wants.
Ron Fuller just hit the ring.
Fans, thank you so much for tuning in to today's Championship Wrestling Connection. Join us next week for more of Continental Championship Wrestling right here on Championship Wrestling Connection. Good afternoon, everybody.